Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to today's Cornerstone Connection Daily Devotional. My name is Nate Carter, and I want to thank you for joining us for these devotionals. Today, I wanted to introduce to you Ann Warren, who is a staff member here at Cornerstone, and she's going to be bringing today's devotional to you.
Good morning. As Pastor Nate said, my name is Ann Warren, and I'm a little apprehensive but excited to get to speak with you today. I struggled a little bit with what I could talk about and landed on kids. I don't have all the answers and made a boatload of mistakes with mine, but I have had a lot of practice. I'm going to start with a couple verses from Deuteronomy chapter 6. This is Moses speaking with the Israelites. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words that I command you today shall be on your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise. So how does that apply to us today? I think there's little doubt that we live in a much busier time, but also we have so many ways to connect. Everyone has a phone all the time, everywhere. We can email, text, instant message, snap, on and on. The list seems to be added to every day. Unfortunately, however, we're so busy connecting with people that I think we may be missing out on some of those quiet moments, especially with our children. On one hand, I do believe that training needs to be intentional, but I also think that what this verse is saying is that it should just be a natural part of our day. There's no one magic time slot or situation. We all throw the term quality time around, and not that quality time isn't good, but we need to remember that the measurement of time is in length, not quality. There are 4 time periods mentioned in the verse: when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise. It doesn't prioritize them. I think it's comparable to Jesus telling Peter to forgive 70 times, 7 times. I don't believe that he meant that we only need to forgive 490 times. I think the implication is that there isn't an end to the amount of time that we should forgive. And I think the 4 time frames mentioned in Deuteronomy 6 imply that we are to teach our children all the time. So what does that mean for us now? For me, it meant driving my teenagers to school and picking them up. Those little 15-minute trips afforded some of the best communication I had with my kids. Facing the same direction, uninterrupted, with no fear of a long lecture from mom. It meant late night conversations with my teenage boys, and why in the world that's their favorite time to talk, I'll never know. But something about that dark, quiet time just really opened them up. It can mean sitting on the side of a bed when all you want to do is put your feet up and watch your show for a while before you drop for the day. Or working side by side in the kitchen or the garage, risking the mess you know will be left behind, knowing it would be easier to do it yourself. I think it's just living alongside our children, having the hard conversations, allowing them to disagree with us, and sharing our stories with them. Further along in Deuteronomy 6, Moses says, when your son asks you in times to come, what is the meaning of the testimonies and the statutes and the rules that the Lord our God has commanded you? Then you shall say to your son, we were ... And he goes on to instruct them to tell their story, how God led and protected them. So this year our world has been turned upside down. I don't think anyone hates it more than I, but I think there's a blessing in this COVID mess. We're separated from so many of the people we love, but we're forced to spend time with those closest to us. Our college kids sent home, movie theaters, water parks, restaurants, and the like all closed. My prayer is that we've recognized that blessing and used it, and as the situation lingers, we continue to use it. Lastly, remember what Moses was telling them to teach their children was this: you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your might. Teach your children godliness, not just with words, but with your life, your time, all of you. God's not shocked by our situation. God wasn't shocked by Moses' situation. Let's embrace the time we have, put down our phones, turn off our screens, and live alongside our children. There are so many blessings to be found there. Thanks again for checking in today. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Spend time with all your loved ones. If not in person, then take advantage of that technology we're putting aside to connect with our kids. Hope to see you soon. Take care.